Hey guys, this is Josh here with Trillium Wild Edibles, and today I want to do an identification video on a plant known as common milkweed. One thing we're going to notice right off the bat is these very large globules of flowers that are going to be pink to red, and your field guides are going to say pink to red, but in my experience they're more of this purplish pink that we are seeing right here. Milkweed is an extremely distinct plant. It's also a very beautiful plant. This plant can be commonly found growing along the edges of fields like cornfields, hayfields, grassy areas, plains and prairies, and things like that. If we take a step back, we're going to notice these bright pink and red globes or globe shapes of flower clusters that are going to indicate common milkweed. And as we can see here, we're looking in the edge of a field. This is actually the edge of a very small clearing that I have in my yard. Right behind it, we have a swamp with some black willows and some other plants growing along the edge. There's even some wild grapes, things like that. So this isn't always indicative of the type of environment, but generally speaking, you want to look in places where there are fields, where there are clearings, where there's prairie type environments, and you're going to be finding a lot of milkweed. You don't want to go real deep into the forest because your odds of finding it are going to decrease dramatically. If we look at the growth form of common milkweed, we're going to notice a couple of things. One of the things we're going to notice about the growth form of common milkweed is how its leaves will grow on opposite sides of the stem, just like we can see right here with these two leaves. And the further that we go down the plant, we're going to keep noticing this opposite leaf pattern all the way down the stem of common milkweed. The leaves of common milkweed are very long. They're very elliptical in shape, almost an oval sort of shape, but they're so long that they're going to be considered elliptical. The margins or edges of the leaves are going to be smooth. There are no teeth or lobes on these leaves in any way, shape, or form. Now, these leaves have another very unique feature if we look very closely. If we look at the underside of the leaves on common milkweed, we're going to notice this very bright white prominent vein, versus if we look at the top, we're going to notice the vein isn't near as distinct, but it is tinged with this reddish pinkish hue running all the way through the length of the middle of the leaf. These leaves are very thick. Whenever you feel them in the hand, they have this sort of downy bloom all the way across the surface of the leaf, and this helps them to feel kind of like suede, like if you had a piece of suede in between your fingers and you rub it, or a really thick, heavy piece of toilet paper. And these leaves actually do make pretty good toilet paper because they're so large and they're very broad. They cover the hand very well. However, there are some other unique features to this plant, so let's look at this plant stem to see some of these other features. Now, if we look very closely at the stem of common milkweed, we're going to notice that it's just round. There are no reddish tinges along the stem, but also we might notice this bloomy, like fuzzy substance across the stem. And this is on the leaves as well as the stem of common milkweed. If we look at the flowers of common milkweed from the front, we're going to notice 5 petals in a circular fashion that almost look like they're completely separated, but they're not. They're just all connected on these huge globules that make these circular pods that contain all of the various flowers. And there can be hundreds of flowers on a milkweed plant because all these flowers can come out of the nodes of the leaf stem. And then once we get towards the top of the milkweed plant, we're going to notice even more of these little globules of flowers, and they might become a little bit smaller the further we go up the plant, but the leaves definitely become smaller the further towards the top you get on common milkweed. And this look right here at the very top of this milkweed plant shows just how small these leaves can actually get once we get towards the top. They will retain that very long elliptical shape with the smooth margins, and they'll feel very bloomy or sort of kind of like suede in the hands even at the top. All of the plant will feel this way except for the flower clusters. They will feel basically just like a cluster of flowers within your hands. Now, if we look back off over here, we're going to see some more milkweed plants. These plants are actually about 1.5 feet taller than the one that we're looking at right now. Those guys are probably about 5 feet tall right now, and I'm a good distance away, and I'm leaning back, so it doesn't really look the same on camera, but they are about 5 feet tall. The one that we were just looking at is about 4 feet tall. So common milkweed can grow anywhere from 4 foot tall all the way up to about 5.5 feet tall. I've seen some a few inches taller, and I've seen some a few inches shorter. It just really depends on where they're growing, that particular plant, and things like that. So that's how you guys can identify common milkweed just by looking for those unique features of this plant. I hope this video has been informative and helpful for all of you guys. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned.